Hey, good evening, fam. Sprocket Rage is back with you. So I'm going to get back to the experience I had peering into 4D in the sun a couple videos ago. I posted the raw footage unedited because I just wanted you guys to see and hear my reaction to it and know that I'm not trying to yank anyone's chain here. Well, I think you guys already know that about me. So this picture right here, which again, a few videos ago, I said we'll get back to that for another video. Now, if you take the deepest red, hold on. All right. If you take the deepest red you see up here, right, and you fill in the whole sun with that, like I believe right here, this picture is our sun. Of course, you got some atmospheric lensing going on, but this is the sun without the lens array. If indeed that's the lens array, which I'm pretty sure we all agree at this point, there's something there in between us and that. That's at least what it fully appears to be with just a little bit of research. You see the lens flares and on webcams and everybody else's cameras having the arch, like the half moon arch, and you can just see. Anyways, digress a little bit. I used to use that word all the time. I digress, but we know who uses that all the time, so I try not to. It's part of how I talk. So I believe this is without any lensing, unnatural, and this is basically what I saw if you fill in the whole sun with that darkest red there. You see on the camera footage, it's that bright white, can't even look near it, hot light source. And I was just blown away that I was able to, look near it, let alone peer through it to our sun. And when I was looking at that dark, deep red disk that is our sun right now, it was pulsing, just pulsing energy, not in any particular pattern. And of course, I didn't stop to even try to, it wasn't, I wouldn't think it was Morse code or anything, but I didn't try to decode the pulsing. I was a little bit blown away at the time. So just wanted to give you guys kind of a mental image of what that looked like. Now, fast forward to, I'd say, no more than 48 hours. It could have been within the first 24. It could have been that night. Matter of fact, I think it might have been. And that's why I considered it to be such synchronicity. And right here, this is, you can see the title. Okay. This is Leak Project and Robert Stanley, which is funny. It's reminded me of this morning. Another synchronicity. I was listening to that Terence McKenna, 5.5 hours of Terence McKenna. I fell asleep to it a couple times last night and finished it today. I'm supposed to just be resting because I had these molars pulled out. So on this Terence McKenna, a guy starts talking, asking questions, and he's talking UFOs or whatever, and he says, Robert Stanley from Unicus magazine. I said, oh, snap. And it took me a while. It took me all evening to go dig through. Rex puts out so much good content, and YouTube didn't show that I had watched this all the way, which I did. So here I'm looking and looking and looking. I could not find it, and it didn't say Robert Stanley anywhere on it. Anyways, so I really, really highly suggest any of you that want to feel better about what's going on and your ascension process, watch this video. This interview is awesome. First, he's talking about living in Hong Kong and some of the, troubles they were having with the riots there. This is more than a couple months ago. It says 2 months on the thing, but it was probably like 2.5 months ago or so. But I think around that commercial mark, just after the commercial mark, he gets into all the good stuff, the love vibrations and all that, which is right along with what I've been talking to you guys about, and it just helped remind me again to stay in it. But check this out, okay? This is right after I peer into the sun that's just pulsing at me.
Other beings that are more evolved than that, the light that they emit is so bright you can't look at it. And guess where they are? In our solar system. The sun. The sun is not a ball of plasma, Rex. We've been lied to for a long time about that as well. So, I was told this years ago and I thought it was crazy. It just didn't, it sounds really strange even when I say it, but I'm sure that's right. That there are highly evolved, loving spiritual masters that are on the sun now, emitting or transmitting love energy to us. Life is
okay. So I know you guys work on synchronicity as well, and that helps when you're figuring stuff out, when you're slapping your personal puzzle together, and then the universe just keeps handing you things like, oh, well, if you doubted, here you go. So without a doubt, peered into our beautiful pulsing disc, radiating this ascension energy, and that's why it started to break down. And I've been so much more content and so much more centered and happy since then. Not that I hadn't been reminded of it before in some of my journeys to the universal light, but we could all use that reminder here and there, right? So I just lost my train of thought here because I got a alert or something, but that's really just what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm gonna be doing a few more here soon. One on contentment. Really feel like we all need that in our lives, more than most anything. Because if you have contentment, that means you've cut all attachments from everything else. Unless your life is perfect anyways, then you might be content, but are you spiritually content also? Anyways, I don't want to get into all that right now. My mouth is still hurting, my head and my jaw. So I just wanted to keep this short, but I want to keep along the track of peering into 4D and the fact that we are going in and out of 4D right now. And that has a lot to do with what we see. But really go watch this podcast, this interview with Robert Stanley. It's worth every minute you spend on it. And if you want to skip through, like I said, you'll find he stops talking about Hong Kong around that commercial mark. So love and light. I hope this continues to help you guys through your ascension, your trials, and your questions. Thank you to all my new subs. Finally broke 100, and they seem to be, either I'm getting a lot more subs, and they're still dropping a few, or they're leaving me alone for now. I don't know. Maybe because I'm not doing so much on the climate intervention stuff. So I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm really happy that it's going out to you guys, and that if I can get positive feedback from one of you, which I usually get from a few, but it makes it worth it to me. I was saying the other day, like, Naughty Beaver, he gets all bummed out and worried that 10,000 people see his video. Well, I'm stoked when I have over 20 views and 5 likes and a couple interactions, because I've affected plenty of people in my day, in my personal life, physical life, but I'm just now getting to the point where I can start to share with you guys, and that I can share with you guys because the universe is allowing me to, and putting me forward so that I can continue to help. But that's another thing. Robert talks about here. Rex is just staying in the love vibrations and being here to help. It's funny. He always said, I'm just here to help, or I'm here to help. And he didn't know what that means. If I could get a few cats from years ago on here to tell you, they would tell you that used to be one of my sayings. I used to do music booking and work with some bands and bounce venues and do hospitality for bands, pretty good sized shows. And my mantra was just, hey, I'm just here to help. And now I really, really am starting to come back into that and know just what that means. But it's funny to hear another starseed. He's from the first wave. Obviously, he's a little bit older than me, but not too much. I am an old man now, getting salt and pepper, grays. I love it. And I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Try to keep it short, simple. And any questions or anything you want from me on this, just let me know and I'll try to put it out there. Okay? Love, light, respect, blessings. Many thanks for being here. Talk to you soon. Peace.